The war with Iran is close to ending. Iran wants to reach an agreement at any cost. American President Donald Trump's interview with the news. He said, "I will not allow Iran to keep nuclear weapons. If there had been no intervention, Iran would have had nuclear weapons by now. Iran needs 20 years for the construction of a nuclear weapon," President Trump said in a conversation with ABC News. "The next 2 days will be surprising, amazing. The dispute with Iran can end in any way. In my opinion, an agreement is preferable. There is now a different government in Iran. If I had not been the President of America, the world would have been shattered into pieces." From Pakistan. The reason is because the president really wants a deal for people. President Trump does not want any small agreement with Iran. He wants a very big bargain. American Vice President J.D. Vance says that in the negotiations with Iran, mediated by Pakistan, there has been considerable progress, but there is a deadlock on nuclear weapons. "Our firm position is that Iran cannot have nuclear weapons. President Trump wants a comprehensive agreement with Iran, an agreement that covers all issues. President Trump wants Iran not to make nuclear weapons and not to support proxies. If Iran gives credible assurance that it will not keep nuclear weapons, then we will include it in the global economy. President Trump is offering to transform Iran into an economically prosperous country. There is also a possibility that the second round of U.S.-Iran negotiations will take place in Pakistan." The next 48 hours are crucial. President Trump has informed the New York Post reporter present in Islamabad. In conversation with the reporter, President Trump said, "You should stay there right now. Something could happen in the next 2 days. We are also inclined to go to Islamabad because the field marshal has done a splendid job." President Trump further said that Field Marshal Asim Munir is a wonderful personality. Therefore, there is a higher possibility that the American delegation will go to Pakistan. Trump said, "Why should we go to any country that has no connection with this matter? On my presidential, something is happening within the next 48 hours. Now President Trump will not be coming with that U.S. delegation back to Pakistan. Pakistan may once again get the opportunity to host." American journalist Caitlin Dornbos says she called President Trump and informed him about the speculations. "My return flight to America was scheduled for tomorrow." 37 minutes after my phone call, President Trump himself called and said, "You stay in Pakistan. Do not return to America. If I were in your place, I would stay in Islamabad. The situation is changing. Important progress can be made in the next 48 hours. President Trump told me that he will not be joining the trip to Islamabad." Caitlin says that after President Trump's call, she called her editor and said she would have to stay longer in Pakistan. There has been a significant change in President Trump's opinion. Prime Minister Shehbaz Sharif will go to Saudi Arabia today. He will meet Saudi Crown Prince Mohammed bin Salman. Talks will be held on ending the Middle East dispute and on bilateral relations. After Saudi Arabia, Shehbaz Sharif will also visit Qatar and Turkey. In Turkey, he will participate in the Antalya Diplomacy Forum. He will meet Turkish President Recep Tayyip Erdogan and other world leaders. Ishak Dar, Atta Tarar, and Tariq Fatemi will also accompany the Prime Minister. Despite the American blockade, ships are departing from Iranian ports. According to shipping data, on April 13th, a cargo ship named Askan departed from near Chabahar port without loading any cargo. This ship is heading eastward, near Pakistan. After that, another container ship also departed from near Chabahar on April 13th without loading cargo. It is also heading eastward toward China. CENTCOM Commander Admiral Brad Cooper wrote on X, "No ship has been able to pass through its waters after the American blockade. Iranian ports have been completely blockaded. Ships entering and leaving Iran have been fully stopped. There are more than 10,000 American naval personnel on 12 warships ready for the blockade. Italy has suspended its military cooperation agreement with Israel. Italian Prime Minister Giorgia Meloni said that in view of the current situation, the government has decided to suspend the defense agreement with Israel, which includes the exchange of military equipment and technology research. American President Trump criticized the Italian Prime Minister and said, "Giorgia Meloni's statements have shocked me. I used to consider Meloni a brave woman, but I was wrong. Meloni does not want to help us in the war." The previous day, Georgia had declared Trump's statement regarding Pope Leo as unacceptable. Trump said Georgia herself is unacceptable. Meloni does not care whether Iran has nuclear weapons or not. The Italian Prime Minister has no concern that if Iran gets the opportunity, it will destroy Italy in 2 minutes. American President Donald Trump has advised people to inform the Pope about the facts. He wrote on X, "Will someone tell Pope Leo that in the past 2 months, Iran has killed at least 42,000 innocent unarmed protesters? Tell the Pope that Iran acquiring nuclear weapons is unacceptable." The first round of negotiations between Lebanon and Israel was held in Washington under the hosting of American Secretary of State Marco Rubio. Talks took place between Lebanese and Israeli officials. Rubio said these negotiations are moving towards a ceasefire. According to the U.S. State Department, the Lebanese government has agreed on complete sovereignty and ending Iran's influence. The peace agreement between Lebanon and Israel will be decided in America's arrangements. Israeli forces bombed southern Lebanon. In an airstrike, 9 people were killed and several injured. According to Al Jazeera, 5 people were martyred in an Israeli drone attack on Ansariya. Lebanese civil defense recovered 4 bodies from the rubble in Qadmus. 3 injured were also rescued and shifted to hospital. Hezbollah fired rockets at northern Israel. According to Israeli media, Hezbollah fighters launched 20 rockets at the Galilee area in northern Israel. Some were destroyed, while others fell in open areas. Canada, Australia, Japan, Britain, and Spain have demanded an immediate end to military operations in Lebanon. In a joint statement, they condemned the killing of UN peacekeepers in southern Lebanon and expressed deep concern over the deteriorating humanitarian situation in Lebanon. UN Secretary-General Antonio Guterres emphasized maintaining and expanding the ceasefire, saying there is no military solution to the Middle East crisis. Serious negotiations must begin immediately. American Democratic Senator Chuck Schumer has called Operation Epic Fury a big failure. He said the operation in Iran has been a massive failure. After 45 days of war, the situation has worsened further. He demanded that Congress hold the government accountable and present a resolution on the matter. Chuck Schumer also called Trump's statement regarding the Pope superficial. The permission for the sale of Iranian oil at sea will end in a few days. The U.S. Treasury Department says the permission for oil sales will not be extended further. This facility was previously given for a limited period from March 20th to April 19th. Actions are being accelerated under the policy of maximum pressure on Iran. In international markets, there has been fluctuation in crude oil prices. London Brent crude oil price has reached $95.69 per barrel. West Texas crude oil has come to $91.70 per barrel. Asian stock markets also opened positively today. Tokyo's Nikkei index opened with a 1% increase, and South Korea's Kospi index with a 3% gain. Hong Kong's Hang Seng index is seeing a 0.7% increase, and Shanghai Composite index a 0.4% increase. Mumbai's Sensex index is trading 1% higher, and Nifty 0.5% up. The Pakistan stock market is also showing gains with more than 4,500 points increase. The 100 index has reached the level of 17,700 points. Note: original numbers appear slightly inconsistent, translated as stated. The ongoing tensions in the Middle East have had negative effects on the global economy. The intensity of the war can push economies to the brink of recession. There is also a risk of an energy crisis increasing. According to IMF chief economist Pierre-Olivier Gourinchas, global economic growth may decrease from 3.1% to 2%. Crude oil prices have reached $110 per barrel this year. With further escalation of the war, crude oil prices could reach $125 per barrel in 2027. In case of a prolonged war, there is a risk of global growth falling to 2.5%. In case of a short war, oil prices are expected to average $82 in 2026. In Khairpur, a woman was brutally murdered by her in-laws, Jirga. It has been revealed that the girl was killed in the presence of police. The video of firing bullets has gone viral on social media. Dieg Sukur has taken notice and sought a report from SSP. Police said the viral video is 4 days old. Police had already taken action. Both main accused in the woman's murder have been arrested. According to the FIR, when police reached the scene, the accused fired at the police. Legal action against the arrested accused is ongoing. A car with black-tinted windows bearing the government monogram, party symbols, and the Pakistani flag was seized by Boat Basin Police in Karachi. The owner of the car, a government employee, has been arrested and a case registered. Police said the arrested accused is a lab assistant in the Culture, Tourism, and Archives Department. On March 19th, 2 e-challans of 25,000 and 10,000 were also issued on the car. The Punjab Chief Minister has approved the second phase of the Model Village project. Mariam Nawaz said that the residents of the village also deserve the same standard of living that is available in cities. No negligence will be tolerated in the provision, repair, and maintenance of water filtration plants for clean water. Clean drinking water is the right of every citizen of Punjab. Therefore, the resolve to transform villages into model villages will be fulfilled in every way. 2 members of the U.S. Congress have resigned on charges of sexual misconduct. Investigation has begun against Eric and Tony. One has ended his election campaign for governor of California. Eric is affiliated with the Democrats and Tony with the Republican Party. British King Charles will visit America from April 27 to 30. The King and Queen will participate in the celebrations of America's 250th anniversary. According to British media, the U.S. visit will focus on culture, economy, and community relations.